It's Thursday, the 28th of March, 2024. Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria, your daily dose of morning goodness.
Get ready, guys, for an incredible journey through the first hour packed with laughter, good vibes, good looks, and heartwarming moments.
Definitely. It's Holy Thursday, by the way, for
is it?
Christendom.
The Lent season is
yes,
so good.
it's coming to an end. Of course, it's going to be Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and of course, it's the Sunday, so it's the countdown to all of that. But we are here to put in that energy and give you unforgettable moments all through the kitchen. What we have today, it's Atsu Thursday. You know how it normally is. I think we're quite colorful for a Thursday. So yeah, it's going to be all of that and much more. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm MM Email Kocha. Remember, guys, that you are tuned in to the Wake Up Nigeria show, where every morning is a celebration.
Oh, it is.
Of course, you can catch us live on GoTV. You can find us at UHF Channel 16 and 49.
Yeah, Channel 16 will be GoTV UHF 49. Stream the show live, TVC Entertainment, YouTube, and X. You can hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, TikTok. It's all at TVC Entertainment _.
And remember, guys, that we are also available for download on both the iOS and Android stores. So, guys, get downloading so that you can have us everywhere and anywhere you go.
We kick off today with a captivating discussion and art display. Edward Samuel is a prolific mosaic artist who has studied and mastered the manipulation of mosaic tiles as his main medium of expression. Now, he has done all that, and we'll be talking about him and his work today on the show. Yoruba is an interesting language.
Is it?
One small thing and you are saying something entirely different, even if you're using exactly the same words.
Yeah. I would never forget syllable.
Okay, what does that mean?
Okay, so they you just learn Yoruba in school?
No, it was actually Igbo I learned in school. So you had to learn
really?
one language,
Are you
Nigerian
serious?
language. Yeah.
Oh,
and it was either Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba.
Yes,
and that
so-
was junior secondary school. So I chose Igbo.
Igbo.
Yeah,
So,
that was what was available.
Yoruba was compulsory for us.
It was compulsory?
Yeah,
Okay.
for us at school.
You schooled in Lagos, that's why. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so syllable Yoruba. So there's a syllable. The syllable is in the intonation.
Intonation?
Yeah.
Are they still, is it still compulsory in the curriculum for today?
Yes, it is, because Elsie
Okay.
learns Yoruba at school.
How about foreign
teach
languages? Do they also teach them foreign
French.
languages? French also.
Yes.
It's good.
French and Yoruba.
It's good.
Very compulsory.
Because,
And
I
she's
mean,
also learning Russian as well.
wonderful. I mean, in the US, even in the UK, they are taking languages, even as well as higher education in Yoruba
Yeah.
and also some Nigerian languages. And I think that's good. That's wonderful. That's nice inclusion. We've always learned foreign languages. Of course, for a personal, on the personal note, it's an advantage to you as a person if you can
Exactly.
converse in languages that are more revered. The UN has 6 major languages. Of course, there's English, there's French. What are those? There's Arabic. The Spanish, there's 6 of them and all of that are the major language. You know, if you are conversant in most of these languages, then for a large part of the world, you can talk to them. Mandarin would also be there because you're looking at about 1/6 of the world speaking Mandarin and all of that. So yeah, language is a good way to, you know, to exchange cultural vibes. And it's cool that, you know, that it's compulsory in some ways. You might not understand because as a kid, trying to learn those languages can be some, especially in
But
the
it's
school
easier.
setting.
But it's easier actually for kids to
pick
up
it
on
up.
languages.
So
So, for example, I remember the first time my husband spoke to Elsie in Russia, like "Good morning" and the basics. She never forgot it.
Yeah, sure.
She's never forgotten.
So I think the informal
so it's easier
setting,
for them to learn.
in the informal setting, is a little bit easier than a formal setting. That means, I mean, in a class setting.
I understand.
When you're teaching them at home, it could be easier. But hey, come on. That's quite enough for our talk on languages and all of that. At least one knows how to speak well in a pidgin. Good for that one. All right, let's take a look at what the weather will be like, and the show will get on the road. The news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Mesikeno. President Bola Tinubu commended the armed forces for not carrying out a reprisal attack on Okwama community of Delta State, where 4 officers and 13 soldiers were brutally killed by suspected militants. At the burial ceremony held at the National Military Cemetery in Abuja, the president also announced scholarships to the university level for the bereaved families, as well as houses in any part of the country. State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports.
A somber moment for the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as he attends the funeral of the Nigerian Army personnel killed in action in Okwama community of Delta State. The grief-stricken family are inconsolable and yet to come to terms with the death of these gallant officers. President Tinubu's presence here means so much to the armed forces. The funeral ceremony was solemn and strictly a military affair. The caskets containing the bodies were brought in for burial. But before the bodies were lowered, President Bola Tinubu expressed the gratitude of the country for the sacrifices of the armed forces. He bestowed posthumous honors on the fallen officers and soldiers, and also announced a welfare package for the bereaved families.
It is now our duty to protect the families of our departed heroes. The federal government will provide housing in any part of our country to each of the families of the 4 officers and 13 soldiers that were among them. The federal government has also approved scholarship to all children of the deceased up to university level. Including those who are in the womb.
The brutal killing of 4 officers and 13 soldiers by militants in Okwama community of Delta State portrays the security situation in the country and the efforts by the armed forces to keep the country safe. The army chiefs insist this time around perpetrators of this heinous atrocity must be identified, arrested, and severely punished.
As tasked by Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of our Armed Forces, the Nigerian Army, with the assistance of its sister services and other security agencies, is committed to bringing the perpetrators of the Okwama murder to book and recover all service and personal belongings taken from the murdered troops.
We will honor your memory by continuing the fight against those who seek to undermine our peace and security. We will remain steadfast in our resolve to build a nation worthy of your sacrifice. This sacrifice will not go in vain.
In line with the customs of the military, national flags were presented to the next of kin. Also, wreath was laid by President Bola Tinubu, the service chiefs, and other high-ranking government officials in attendance. There was also the gun salute in honor of the Nigerian Army personnel killed in action. The strong message sent out from here today is that the killers of these gallant officers and soldiers will be found and punished. Their death will not be in vain. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
And may their souls rest in peace as we condole with the family, friends, and of course the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And one of Matt, in the spirit of Easter celebration, the federal government has declared Friday, 29th of March and Monday, the 1st of April as public holidays to mark Good Friday and Easter Monday. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, in a statement, asked Nigerians to emulate the sacrifice and love displayed by Jesus Christ in dying for the redemption of man and show acts of charity and generosity to alleviate the suffering of the less privileged in the society. He also mentioned that Easter, beyond religious significance, promotes values of love, forgiveness, and compassion, which are essential for social cohesion and harmony. The minister wants Christians to imbibe these virtues as they are capable of impacting positively on the socio-economic development of Nigeria. Okay, welcome to a good Holy Thursday edition of Wake Up Nigeria. And what's up and about? Quite an interesting discussion or topic that we have here. Something I saw yesterday, and it really was quite bothered. It bordered on discrimination It bordered on abuse. It bordered on
Stigmatization.
stigmatization. Exactly. It was all shades of
Humiliation.
wrong. Yeah. So let's see if I can read out some part of it. It was. This is based off. Let's see. Let's see if I can read out some exactly what it is here. Okay, it's quite long. Let me summarize it. A disabled person was about to fly and was in the international airport. Was about to fly to the UK and had to wait a bit. I think about 2-3 hours. I would normally go to a particular restaurant to eat. I went to this particular place.
An international restaurant.
And when I went to this particular place and was told that he should leave because he was in a wheelchair. And said they don't allow wheelchairs. It repeatedly went on and on and on. The family was involved. The manager of the place had to insist that the person leaves because the person is in a wheelchair. I said, there are no wheelchairs here. And they finally had to go to somewhere. The wife and other members of the family came back just to ensure that they had this on tape and asked the manager, recorded the interaction, and the manager insisted that there are no wheelchairs allowed in the place. And I wonder how and what will make someone decide. First of all, I don't think any well-thinking organization would have such a discriminatory policy. And so, but if they do, or if they don't, how is it so that a manager decides to make up that, because this is a particular branch that was at the international airport, somewhere that is a gateway out of a country that should represent the best values, and then you hear something like this happening? It's troubling. I was very pissed. On other forums, I may probably call out the brand and all of that, but this, how can this happen? I mean, you have 1 in 6 people in Nigeria being disabled. Some, of course, are born with such, and then there are some people, and then a lot of other people had accidents. I mean, it has happened to people. Some people who are even able to have been disabled at some point in their life and then got better, got treated, got better. Yeah. It could be an accident, something that you don't plan. You probably know somebody, either a family member or a friend, somebody around you, definitely is disabled. How dare you? How do you stand up? How? I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. How do you do this? How do you do that?
So I caught up on the story yesterday, and to be honest, it was very appalling. This was Gbenga Daniel's son. He's the former governor of Ogun State. Gbenga Daniel, this was his son, Depola Daniel, who experienced this. And like I said earlier on, it was very, very appalling. The physically challenged people in Nigeria have, they have held protests in the past, demanding, some form of inclusion across, different industries, different sectors. Inclusion also they've also demanded for their rights as well. And in this sort of scenario, in this sort of situation, it actually brings to mind, there was this particular viral ad, to create awareness on Down syndrome that is currently trending. And this girl who has Down syndrome was talking about, if you do not allow me, if in your mind you have already built those walls around me, you haven't even given me the chance to, express myself, how do you know that I will not be able to do it if I'm given the chance? It still borders on discrimination, in a nutshell. And hearing about this and this happening in these times, it is very, very, very appalling. And to be honest, now come to think about it, even everywhere in the world, let me use Nigeria, because even there are certain considerations made for, physically challenged people in other parts of the world. But in Nigeria here, how many organizations actually, include the physically challenged?
Quite a number of them.
And I'm not just talking about,
let me start from
I'm
here.
also talking of, so for example, for someone with a wheelchair, right? Are there
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Let me start from here. Let me start from TVC here. Up until, of course, building was arsoned, as it were, we had a walkway, and a path and a place that was specially designated for handicapped or physically challenged people. And when you get to that place, you see a sign. There's a wheelchair on it. It's closer to the entrance.
Yes.
And even parking spots. There's a point whereby you don't park there if you don't have a physically challenged person. And in many other standard organizations or multinationals, you see those kind of things. So you see those special designation. Even in car parks, you see places where they tell you that, okay, this is the place. You either see that wheelchair or you see crutches and all of that. So I see it a lot in places that their head is correct. So it's funny and shocking that you go to somewhere and somebody will blatantly insist
attend to you
at an international airport. It's not even any other place. At an international airport, that person should be called, because you see, a lot of people who are physically challenged, not be their fault. It could be anyone. You are working, it could be you tomorrow. There are a lot of people who are able today, and tomorrow you will not be able. Why? Because a lot of things happen. Life happens.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's so sad and annoying that this kind of thing should be happening at this particular point in time. And I recommend such a person, I don't normally call her, but such a person should not be, at least at the best case scenario, should not be at that particular branch, especially in an airport. We've been talking about immigration officials. The airport is the first point of contact
and communication.
And the last place where you go, where you come in and go out with a country. So if that thing can happen in the airport, you have the mind. If somebody was coming in from outside and saw that kind of thing, you would say, this is how this will behave.
So we're not the country, the company now.
No, the company as at that time, they are representing. No, you have to understand that if you are in an airport, you are representing the country. You are a Nigerian, and like I said, it's the first impression people have.
To be honest, when that happened,
when people talk about immigration officers, are all Nigerians? Do all Nigerians ask for a gunje or something? But when you see immigration officials stop you at different points in time, asking you for different things, you think that all Nigerians are that way.
You know, but then I feel like it also borders on our policies. So going back to it, Mike, because I would like to believe that even the government has a role to play in this. It still borders on the policies. I know that right now we have, I know there's Adenike Oyetunde. She's the one for Lagos State in charge of, disabled persons in Lagos. Now, still pushing for policies. I know that there has been a push from a few representatives from the disabled community to push for policies for some level of inclusion, right? And I think this has to be more, effective, because the truth is, it's not, so yes, he went through this just in an organization. There are also other people who are going through, some level of discrimination in their own little, quarters, in their own communities.
On this particular case, no be policy matter. On this particular case, is a case of somebody's humanity in the mud. Somebody whose brain is quagmire. You don't. It's shocking, especially that this person has been coming to that particular place. So this is probably you coming to say new management or something,
felt like an attack
or something and all of that. It's quite very wrong. And it's not a case of who the person's son or who the person's father is. It's a case of a human being that this could happen to you. You could step out of that place and basically not your own fault. I was talking about people were talking about driving in Lagos. Things happen and it's not your own fault.
True.
You understand? It's not your own fault, but it just happens.
Yeah.
Accidents happens. Life happens. So, if you think this way, if you've ever done this way, your mindset is gutter. You need to be. You need to be out of normal society.
Yeah, but
it's wrong.
Yeah.
You don't discriminate against people that way.
Yeah.
You don't go out spewing hate.
Yeah.
And you some way or the other, you should leave that place. At least leave that branch or to somewhere else. Go to somewhere where gutter mindset people like you are.
Yeah, so this just sort of also brings to awareness, how do you treat the people that are physically challenged around us? Do we totally ignore them? Do we, just relegate them? So this, it calls for our sense of humanity here in our communication and in our relationships with them. Let's do better as a people and also as a nation as well, yeah.
All right,
so,
we'll take a time and I'll stay with us. We'll be back in a bit. Have you wondered about where you could spend time and catch some fun this Easter? It's not so easy for some people to decide. There might be quite a lot, and then to some people, they don't even know where to go to. Well, we're just here to solve that conundrum for you this morning. I have Fumilola Ojo, the brand manager, TTM event, and Darlington Igbali, the marketing manager of Kellogg's Nigeria. It's great to have both of you this morning. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Good to have
So TTM events, brand manager, Kellogg's. This this combination. Why? What is this combination all about? TTM and Kellogg's.
So this combination is about creating memory. It's about having lots of fun. It's about unwinding for people. It's about celebrating the season. Easter is once a year. You want to have that memory and look forward to the next season. You want to get off work because, okay, there's public holiday Friday and Monday. What do you want to do there? People want to unwind. People want to meet. People want to bond. Families want to bond. Kids want to have fun. Their parents want to have time with them. So the Easter Fun Fair, powered by Kellogg's, is just where to be because there's going to be a whole lot of fun. There's going to be a whole lot of memories and lots of gifts to take home, of course.
As a family brand, Kellogg's, how important was it for Kellogg's to partner for this particular event?
Okay, so like, you know, Kellogg's is a family brand, and we do this all the time with other agencies, but this time around we're partnering with TNT. It's a Easter family fun fair, you know, where families come together, have fun, excitement, games. So Kellogg's is always there to create that extra bit of excitement for the family. And you know, kids love Kellogg's. When it's Kellogg's, like we say, breakfast time, Kellogg's time,
Kellogg's
family time, everything.
Definitely. That tagline has been going for quite a while, and you know people are keen into all of that. But let's talk about this event. I know you want to create an atmosphere where people can come and have fun. Is it free? Is it something people have to pay tickets for? How do people become a part of this event?
Okay, so this event has been subsidized greatly.
Okay.
We want to create that experience. We want to create that memory, but at a very, very affordable price. Thanks to our sponsor, the gate fee is very, very reasonable, and other activities are going to be coming at very, very affordable price. You have things as low as 500 naira.
Okay.
Yeah, highly subsidized, like I said.
They are.
Our sponsor, like you said, they want to give the family the time out and all. So it's coming. The gate fee is 2,005 for a child and parent. So father, mother.
Child and parent?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's 2,005. As a single person, if you're coming, of course, it's not just about family. There's time for bonding. You can even meet your spouse.
Definitely,
it's just
yeah.
1,005, and you get in, you participate, and that comes with some games as well. Yeah, it comes with table tennis, Jenga, snooker, and hockey, and a number of games.
Hockey?
For every other game that is paid for.
Hockey,
yes,
hockey, like
yes,
hockey. Okay,
yes,
that's quite
yes,
interesting.
So
Okay.
every other game that is going to be paid for as well is very highly subsidized. Thanks to our sponsors, Kellogg.
Where's the venue for this?
So we are having this at the NIG compound, Ogba, beside WAEC. That's Ogba Ikeja. That's a very, very strategic location.
It is.
Easily accessible. It's
Accessible.
not far from Excellence Hotel. Key points, traffic free. Anywhere you're coming from, you
can
get
get there.
there.
All right.
And lots of fun.
Wonderful. Now, Kellogg's, being a part of this event and all of that, for viewers and for other people there, are there, now, with the gate fee, I know that they are going to get there are some things that are available to them. Are there freebies that they're going to get? What can they expect from Kellogg's being a part of this?
Oh, okay, you know, wherever Kellogg's is always fun. So from Kellogg's, you're going to expect a whole lot. We're coming with games. And one very key thing, you're going to have the opportunity to have a taste of our Kellogg's range of cereals. We'll have the Cocoa Pop there, we'll have the cornflakes there. And for those who still want to buy, like you said, will be available so that you can also buy. There will be games, there will be face painting, there will be a lot of engagement, and our Cocoa Monkey will be there to also have a treat with the kids.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is this just the event Kellogg's is doing? Are there other things that Kellogg's is doing also at this particular point in time?
Okay, so presently we are not partnering much with a lot of events. We're focusing on very key events where we can drive our message. And
Exactly, and that's why this one is strategic.
This is very strategic because, you know, it's a family time out. So we're playing, we're bonding with the families, we're engaging the families, kids, mommy, daddy. And, you know, they will still have opportunity, like I said, to have a taste of Kellogg's series. There are freebies from Kellogg's. When you participate in games, you get the opportunity to win some items. So it's going to be fun all the way from the beginning to the end with TNT Easter Fun Fair.
Right. What's the date? Let's talk.
Okay,
What
so it's
date exactly?
31st of March.
31st.
Yes,
The
it's on a
first
Sunday.
is Easter
That's
Sunday.
Yeah.
Easter Sunday,
Yes,
just a
yes.
few days from now. Okay, is there a time limit? What time can people come in? How long will this event
Okay,
go
so
for?
the event is from about 12 because, of course, some people want to go to church.
Okay.
Some people still want to, I went to work, I just want to rest a bit.
Yes.
So from about 12 to 8 p.m. In the evening, and you get your ticket at the venue. So there's nothing like, oh, I can't buy my ticket, it's closed. No, we're selling ticket. Just come at the venue, you buy your ticket, and have a whole lot of fun till 8 p.m. and you go.
Okay, let's talk about your arrangements, security. You know, some people might have that in mind. They're conscious of security.
Much crowd.
Okay, if I'm going to get my people and then crowd control, that's something that people might want to know about. What's the plan for that?
Okay, so there's like our previous events that we've been doing, maximum security is guaranteed. We're working with both the Nigerian police and the army. Will have their personnel on ground, and of course they won't be dressed with guns and all, so that people don't start
get scared.
Yeah, they are in mufti, but the security is guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
Yes, we also have a mobile ambulance on ground. We have
wonderful. That's nice.
Everything is always
there.
Ground.
How much experience does CTM Events have in the event making, in the event industry?
Okay, so as the brand manager, I have about 10 years experience.
Okay, so now you know that the people talking are not just people that started. They're not using this to do testing.
No, not at all.
They know what I did.
Sure.
A decade worth of experience when it comes to this. So you've actually held events.
Yes, I've held events.
So you understand what it means.
Events, company events, award ceremonies. I worked with Business Day on banking and financial institution awards. So I've done bigger events, I've done smaller events. The December Fun Fair was a whole week. This past December, we had a family fun fair as well.
Okay.
The season.
A whole week?
Yes, it was a whole week. So people
That's
were
quite
coming.
something.
Yes, we had our Santa Grotto and all. So we're experienced. We have the buzz. We have good feedback from people. When you go to our page, you see it. A lot of people are even looking forward to, oh, okay, I'm coming. We had people come from Ibadan for the Christmas one.
Okay.
And they're also coming for it this Easter. So we have the experience.
All right.
We have the crowd control management.
All
we
right.
have our medical team on ground.
My mind is at rest. I
Yes.
think that with all that experience, then I'm looking forward to a wonderful event.
To add to it, talking about tickets, viewers can also go on our social media handle, participate in our engagement, and stand an opportunity to get free
wonderful.
tickets.
What's the handle?
Kellogg's Nigeria.
Kellogg's Nigeria.
On
what's
Instagram, Facebook,
X also?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get on the engagement, get with the excitement that Kellogg's is giving on the handles, and have an opportunity to win free tickets to the event.
To be there at that place.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
And one thing about the
I will head there.
ticket you're winning from Kellogg's is that, as against you just paying $2.5 and just entry, their own ticket is going to be coming with the games. So once you enter, you're not paying.
That's VIP.
Yeah, they are giving the class. That shows Kellogg's is there to have fun with family.
Thank you so much for this. Kellogg's, any final word with all that you're doing that you want to, just put out there?
Okay, so, like we say, breakfast time is Kellogg's, and Kellogg's is your #1 breakfast cereals, #1 in the world. Go there, get it, and have excitement. It comes with all vitamins and nutrients that you need to start your day, keeps you alert. Kids are going for it, families are going for it. It's your #1 breakfast series. Go for it. And also for viewers on this program, you have 5 viewers have opportunity to win 1 carton of Kellogg's based on your.
Okay, please, is this the brand manager of TTM? This Kellogg's? Oh, they have my own breakfast. I've not had breakfast this morning. I have the nutrients and ingredients. I want to have my own.
It's all about fun when it comes to Kellogg's.
All right, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
To viewers, we look forward to having you on Sunday. Bring your family, your friends. Singles, you can also attend. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have lots of games. It's a memory you don't want to miss.
Sure.
All right, thank you so very much. And we're looking forward to Sunday. I will be there and I'll look out for both of you. Thank you very much.
We'll
And
be
bring
there.
your kids, your
Bring your
family,
kids.
everybody.
Spread the word.
Wonderful.
Kellogg's will be there to give fun to everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, okay, that's it. Hope you are there. It's Sunday, the 31st of March. It will be at Ogba. That's the NIJ complex. You can go there and have fun. Let's head over to the kitchen now and see what's happening there. What's good?
It's about to get really spicy and hot in here, and I am super ready for it. Are you? Okay, with me in the kitchen this morning is Dundun Alata. Well, that is what her brand is called. Good morning.
Good morning.
And this morning, she'll be making alata swe. Why? Because that is what her brand is known for, right?
Yes.
Bringing the heat, literally, guys, literally. So let's talk, first off, what is the meaning of alata swe?
Okay. Alata swe means slight peppered.
Slight pepper. Swe is
Swe is the
slight.
Yes.
Alata is the pepper.
pepper.
Aha. Okay. I've officially earned my right to be called a Yoruba girl. Okay. So let's talk about the ingredients.
Okay. Number one, we have our chicken here. It's already marinated.
Talk to us about what you use in marinating.
Oh, I use ginger, garlic, coriander, and some parsley, blended parsley.
Parsley, okay.
Yeah. And this is chopped pepper as well. It's bell pepper, red bell, and green pepper. This is our blended pepper that we want to use to make it the sweat that will give us the real sweat. And this is lettuce. We have onions, we have garlic, and we have pepper as well. And this is our seasoning. Okay. This is our secret. Dundu alata swe secret. This is the secret of our brand.
Yes.
And we have our yam here. Yam is cut already. Okay. So the sizes we want to, and we have this is seasoning as well, and ketchup, and this is granite oil. I think we're good to go.
Aha, so like you heard her, she is good to go. And it feels like every chef on the show this week has had like that secret ingredient. I'm going to go and work on my own secret ingredient. Just kidding, guys. Okay, so now let's talk about the yam. What are we doing with the yam? Are we frying? Are we...
We are going to fry the yam. We are not boiling the yam. We are going to fry it, and we are good with the frying alone. Okay,
so now for the sauce to accompany the yam, what's the process for making it?
The sauce, we are going to fry it, and we are going to add some little, I said this is our secret. We are going to put in our secret and the seasoning as well, and we are going to make it done and to be ready for us
to enjoy.
To enjoy.
Okay. I'm drooling already. I don't know if you can feel it, but I am, because I love yam. Yes, I actually do. I prefer it to rice anytime, any day. So I'm just going to put this on for you so that we can begin cooking. And if you're just joining us, with me in the kitchen is Dundu alata. What does Dundu mean?
Dundu is fried yam. No, it's not sweet. It's fried yam.
Oh, Dundu.
Dundu, fried yam.
Fried yam.
Dundu. In English, they call it what they call it another name, but for here is fried yam.
Fried yam.
It's fries. They call it fries.
Fried.
But in our own language, Dundu is fried yam.
Fried yam. So Dundu alata. That is
Swe,
fried yam with sauce. Peppered sauce.
That's the swe.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The Yoruba language is so beautiful, and I absolutely love it. All right, so we'll get cooking right now in the kitchen. Of course, we're starting with our chicken. And, of course, we're not going to do this without you. So don't worry, we'll be back to take you through the process. The show continues shortly. Stay with us.
I personally am one who likes mosaic. I mean, when you go into churches, some of your old cathedrals and all of that, most of the artwork that you see there is mosaic. Well, joining us this morning for a captivating discussion is Edward Samuel, a prolific mosaic artist who studied and mastered the manipulation of mosaic tiles as his main medium of expression. This is great to have you, Samuel. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So mosaic is not something we come across every time here on the show.
Yeah.
Let's explain what a mosaic is to maybe people who don't have so much of an idea of what exactly it is.
The general knowledge of mosaic, or word or term for understanding from mosaic, is add pebbles or add materials. We have collage, which is soft. For collage materials, you play with like cloth, paper, fabrics, and anything soft. But when you talk of a mosaic, is hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
they are like on both sides of the divide, collage versus mosaic.
Collage and mosaic, yeah. For me, I focused on mosaic and then more of tiles mosaic.
Tiled mosaic.
Yeah.
How was it for you growing up as an artist? How did you develop that interest in expressing yourself via mosaic?
Well, my journey started not like the regular journey with everybody, but for me, it started with my eye defect.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a very, very terrible eye defect. While growing up, when you write on the board without my glasses at the time, I don't get to see properly. Okay. So I don't even know if it is A or B. All I know is
I'm sure you always sit in front of the class. You can't sit
at the time, I was at the back of the class.
So you didn't used to come in front or something?
Well, the teacher positioned you in the class, yeah? Okay. So he just placed me at the back, and maybe according to your height or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I just write what I saw on the blackboard, and it was maybe most of the time I'm scribbling. And then unknowingly for me, I was like, perhaps maybe developing a drawing skill from that point, but
Quite interesting.
I was writing rubbish at the same time. Not till primary 5 before my class teacher observed that I wasn't seeing properly, then wrote a note and said I should give to my parents that they must come to school, if not I shouldn't come back. And that was how the journey of art started.
I like, this is quite an interesting story. I mean, from something somebody would think is something that will put you back, and that is where the talent was born today.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And today now you're a mosaic artist. Let's talk about these beautiful artworks that you have here in front here. Let's start with this one. What is this artwork named? Let's talk about it.
Okay, that is an award artwork, the first one by the right. Yeah.
Yeah, this one here. Oh, this is quite beautiful. I'm seeing some cranks, some wheels, and all of that. And there's a lady there. What's it titled?
Walk and Pray.
Walk
and Pray.
And Pray. Wow.
So she's there praying, and you have silhouettes of people working on construction buildings. Then some mechanism around it with ropes. It ties the both together. You know, it's not just about the work effort you put into something, but also the grace. So that's why the both were married together with the rope, tying them together. In there is a cross in between, somewhere around the sky there, where you have that mechanical thing running. Yeah, so there is a cross there. It's just, I symbolized both together. I used it actually for a show, and it was returned back, but the work is
impressive.
Yeah.
I like that. Walk and pray. I was almost thinking play in between, but pray. That's it. That's quite something.
Yeah, that's why she's with a hijab or scarf.
Okay,
Anywhere
scarf,
you want
whichever way you want
so
to look at it.
Yeah, it's not
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's not
Wonderful.
one way regional.
Wonderful. Okay, let's talk about the one in the middle there.
That is a Olokada. That used to be my first series of mosaic works.
Okay.
All throughout, it just ties all through. Before I start growing or developing other ways of creating without going all the way in. I captured that particular work during the COVID period. I just saw an Okada man doing his normal thing, and I just took a picture. And it took me a while before I then had to develop the work. During the COVID period, I just felt like, okay, I think I can just sit down and do this. And that is, I titled it Olokada. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. The final one, there's quite a beautiful piece here. What's that one title?
That is The Little Bride.
Little Bride, okay, like a bridesmaid or
A
something like
bridesmaid,
that.
yeah.
Oh, wonderful. What inspired that one?
Well, I have a baby girl, and at the time I saw a picture and I saw my baby. This is not my baby anyway.
Okay.
But when I saw the both of them, they look so much beautiful and so much alike. And it's like you're waiting for her to just grow and use her for your works. So when I got this reference, I saw a different visual or a different image from the picture I saw. So I recreated it to something that will work for me in art.
And that came out. But with your mode of expression, what does art do to you as a person? When you draw, what feelings do you get as a person?
For me, it's just it's like a normal day life for me. It's like a normal thing for me. It's a relief. That is why I find my peace. I find my joy. That is why I get my happiness, and it's like my second wife.
I understand you. I understand you fully.
Yeah.
Looking at it here, for people who want to go into it full time or something like that, is it with the way it is now? Is it financially viable? Can it pay all the bills if you want to focus on art, as it were, alone?
Presently, the art industry is growing quite bigger than ever before. I won't say I'm like in the middle class in the art industry, but presently, the art is I do compare with like music. just like when you have the music of then and now, is not like where you have this Sunny Ade and the King Sunny Ade and the fella of that time, you know. But presently, where you have the Rema, the Olamide, Whiskey, Davido and co, you know, it is a bigger industry presently. And the same thing for the arts industry. Back then, like my dad never wanted me to study arts. It felt like it's not a career. But presently, I bet there are a lot of people that want to, like, oh, why don't you just go and study this? It's more recreative. I work on my home presently, and I think it's a good space. And the space is quite bigger. We have more international markets in the art industry. Looking at what I do also, it's a bigger value where you compare with more other kind of arts.
All right, thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you, and I like the way you express what you do, and I like what you say it does to you, and this is us here wishing you the best.
Yeah, thank you so much.
More notches to your bow, more grease to your elbows.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, okay. That's it on our art display for this morning. Let's head over once again to see what's happening in the kitchen.
Yes, we're still here in the kitchen, guys, with Dundu Alata. And this morning, she's making Alata swe. Are we ready?
Yes, we are good to go.
Okay, so first, let's talk about the ingredients and then talk to us about where you're at.
Okay. We are frying our pepper. It's almost ready.
Okay, so
Our
what's in
chicken
the
is
pot?
ready already as well.
Talk to us about what's in the pot.
We have blended pepper, rodo, we have onions, we have ginger, we have garlic, and our secret as well, secret ingredients.
Okay, so was this roughly blended?
Yes, please.
Okay. And then our chicken, you want to talk to us about our chicken?
Our chicken, we marinated it with garlic, ginger, like I said earlier, the parsley leaf, and coriander.
Coriander.
Yes.
And then how long did you marinate it for?
Like 5 hours.
5 hours.
Overnight.
That chicken is going to come out
like 5 hours.
As it tasting so sweet because all the flavors from the coriander, the garlic, and the ginger. Oh, that chicken has.
That's the reason you need to marinate it over.
Yes, over. You need to marinate it for a long time. And just leave it. Best preserved in the fridge after, marinating so that, you also want to retain its freshness because remember, it's chicken. And whatever proteins you're working with, anyways, you need to just, preserve in the what's that?
I can perceive the aroma, the ginger, the coriander, the everything.
She's loving her food. She's loving it. Okay, so what are you about to add into the pepper sauce?
Our secret, our brand secret.
Okay.
Our brand secret.
So that's going in there. You want to give us just a little, just
about the secret?
Yes. Just tell us a little about it. Okay, let me just give us 1 or 2 ingredients.
We have ginger there, we have garlic there, we have parsley leaf as well, and we have coriander.
Okay.
We have rosemary.
Okay. So all of that was blended into this mix. Oh, guys, that aroma. Yes, that aroma is coming together. Loving it. Ooh. And because I am a fan of yam, I am going to relish this breakfast, right? Because, I love yam. I love yam. Especially fried yam. Oh, I love it. Okay. I see that we're heating up our vegetable oil. What's going into it?
Our yam.
Oh, we're going to begin frying our yams now. Okay. Is there any special way you fry your yam or you just fry it? Like
it's a normal way. Okay. I don't have a special way of frying our yam.
Let's talk about our ketchup. Where does it come in?
Our sauce.
We're adding the ketchup to the sauce?
For the sauce.
Oh, my. Never seen that before. Never seen it. Okay.
That's one of our secrets.
Oh, okay. She's got a lot of secret, doesn't she? A lot of flavors going into this one recipe this morning. Pretty excited about it. Pretty excited. I hope you are as well watching at home. If you're going to be making this or any of our recipes that we have done so far this week, do not forget to reach us at TVC Entertainment _ Remember to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We're going on a quick break now. The show continues shortly. Stay with us.
You need to do much more. Well, remember, it needs to work on some particular skills because she will need it and it will come handy. Good morning, welcome. If you are just joining us, you've missed one whole hour of the show. Well, be worried. We still have 45 minutes more. Let's see how best you can enjoy this 45 minutes.
Why are you asking them to be worried?
Yeah, they should be worried because it's been quite a lot they've missed. They've missed that wonderful art display. They've missed our earlier discussion with Kellogg's, where they can be a part of and win prizes and win
you have
all
missed
of that.
what we're making in the kitchen
Oh,
as
yeah.
well,
Oh,
guys.
yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't know what you have been doing with your time, but hey, you're not too late. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Of course, remember to brace yourselves because it's a morning filled with laughter, joy, and unforgettable moments.
Positivity, that's what we're giving you this Holy Thursday morning to get you set for the Easter weekend.
Yay!
Let's make it unforgettable for you.
What are you doing this Easter, Mike? What are you
Oh,
planning?
your family. My sister, the whole family should be coming around. I have one or two friends who came, a friend who came in.
A girl?
What this was saying? A boy, a man who came in around, and I'll probably get to see him. He'll be around for the Easter. He wants to spend it with his dad, so he'll be around with Easter. So it's basically family as much as possible. And yes, that's the Easter plan. There's also a Korean Food Festival, right?
Yeah,
I was thinking
that's
about
on
it. I don't know how to do
Sunday.
it because
That's on
I'll be with family
Sunday.
on that Sunday if we can.
You could just
There's
pop
quite a
in.
lot.
Yeah,
There's
you
quite
could
a
just
lot.
pop in.
You will be there, right?
Yes, I'll be there because I'll be
Okay.
showcasing, of course,
Oh, wonderful.
exhibiting rather.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
we have a new collection for the Ramadan and for the Easter
Oh.
season. Colorful, bright, and we're going to be selling with so much love at discounted prices. So
Yeah.
come on in and shop, shop, shop. Right, and of course, before we go on and on, let's remind you who we are. My name is Ememi Okoche.
I'm Mike Mesikeno. Please tell MM that I can showcase her clothes, even though she doesn't like it. You know, when you don't see me finish, you know they give me clothes, make her showcase. But hey, come on. It's Wake Up Nigeria, that's the show. You can catch us online. Download our app. It's available on iOS and, of course, the Play Store for you to watch anywhere around the world.
Remember, guys, that you can also stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv on YouTube and Facebook at TVC Connect. Remember to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We're on all socials. X, Facebook, Twitter. No, sorry, I already said Twitter. X, Facebook, TikTok. Right.
Yep, and LinkedIn.
And LinkedIn, yeah.
All right. Quite colorful.
Yeah.
Quite colorful. Now, there's a lot going to be happening this Sunday. Like you said, it'll be, that means you're basically working and having fun.
Yes, working, having fun. I think I'm also going to be doing stuff with the kids as well.
On that same Sunday?
Yeah,
How do you do?
because it's 24 hours.
24 hours. You know they sleep inside.
I want the kids to have a really good, nice time. So yes, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. As much as I want to rest, I really want the kids to have a nice time.
Of course, Friday and Monday are public holidays. So, but public holiday no they happen for us for a year. So for those of you who would want to have fun on Sunday, definitely on Monday, you probably would not be going to work except you are an essential worker like us, and of course those the medical scene and all of that. So yeah, you can go on Sunday, have fun. Korean Food Festival is there. There's the
Eats. Nigerians love food. We actually really love food, Mike. And I think how you really know that we love food are at festivals, food festivals, and buffet parties. Those
yeah.
And at weddings.
Oh, weddings, really true. We love, and that's why I love more recreational activities that don't involve food. Try to do things that don't involve food. But I know that this Sunday, there's going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot.
That'll be about food.
Lot.
All right, let's take a look at what the weather is like, and we will be giving you a birthday shout-outs on the flip side.
We are back. Thanks for staying with us. It's time for a book review. And we have with us Chris Ozofio Ekafue Ero. She's a trained stress mastery expert and holistic coach who works as a workplace wellness consultant via her company, the Wellness Boss Company Limited. She's also the author of the book we're reviewing today, Rhythms of Resilience. This book, of course, which has been endorsed by former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who, of course, wrote the foreword. Also, it tells a story of her journey, her life's lessons, conquering amnesia, embracing chaos, and mastering stress. welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for
and
having me.
sharing a part of your journey with the world.
Yes.
I mean, it's not every day that we get to that vulnerable place where we are, we feel open, we bare our souls and we strip ourselves of, our identity and who we are and share that part of us with the world. So talk to us about what inspired, you to, put all of your life's lessons and experience in a book.
What inspired me is basically my work. What I do. And because I relate a lot with humans who are also going through challenges and they're wondering, how do I overcome this? And oftentimes, they are at their wit's end and they feel there's no hope for them. Probably they're dealing with some form of life-changing situation and they think there is no hope. So I've had to counsel them, I've had to speak with them. And then I realized that I have a greater impact when they know that I've also been through
that journey.
Some form of challenge as well, and I've come out of it. And while writing the book, I just felt, okay, it's better for me to connect with them using my own story. Whatever it is you think you are going through, I have gone through it, I've been through it, and I've come out of it. And I'm still coming out of it because it's a journey, right? I'm still coming out of it. But the idea is to give people hope. And, just to let you know that it doesn't matter what is going through with you. You are not the victim. Life happens for whatever reason.
You even used the S word there.
Yes, I use the S word. It does happen.
Yeah.
So I put it all together as it's a book of lessons.
Yeah.
And it's also a self-reflection book.
Self-reflection book.
Yes.
Before we go into some of the lessons that you shared here, let's just give us a glimpse into, some of your experiences while you were dealing with amnesia. I mean, it wasn't, you were not involved in an accident.
No, I wasn't.
You just,
I slumped.
Slumped.
Yes.
And you couldn't remember a single thing. And this happened right after you had your second child.
About 5 months after.
5 months after. We were just a few months.
Yeah.
So do you think that you were going through some sort of postnatal depression? A lot of women experience that. You think that must have triggered you losing your memory? And just like I said, give us a glimpse.
I think the birth of my son was like the last straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Because when my memory came back and I had the privilege, of going down memory lane, what led me here, what happened to me, it occurred to me that my lifestyle was basically the reason. I wasn't taking proper care of myself. I assumed I was healthy and I was doing some very foolhardy things, right? Thinking that, okay, nothing would happen to me. And my perception of health then was, if I'm not in the hospital bed, if I'm not taking medications, then I'm okay.
Good.
So it never occurred to me that there was a thing called stress, that could really alter, your health in such a way that, it would affect you the way it affected me. So I had a lot of mental health issues. I was going through some form of trauma as well, but I was dealing with it in my own way, just going like, okay, it's life, just keep going. But I wasn't attending to my stress the right and proper way. So my blood pressure kept rising. I didn't know what blood pressure was. Unlike now where everybody understands what hypertension and all that. But then I didn't know. And coupled with that, I got pregnant, I had a baby, and I think that whole thing just kind of triggered it.
Yeah,
so
it
got to a point my body couldn't take it anymore and my brain just shut down.
So quickly, I'll just, I mean, there are quite a couple of lessons that you shared here in your book, but I am a great believer of gratitude.
Ooh.
Regardless of whatever place you are in life,
yes,
gratitude is my mantra.
Yes.
Right? And like I said, this was what struck me. Gratitude is everything.
Yeah.
We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorns have roses. And this is a quote by Alphonse Seca that struck me. Talk to us about, despite everything that you've had to experience, getting to that place of gratitude. How did you get there?
It was a journey. It wasn't easy. I had to go through a whole period of hating myself, hating my life, depression, wanting to end it all, And the trigger for me was actually my son, you know. That was the trigger for me to say, hey, I have to really appreciate what I have in my life. You know, I have to stop fighting what I can't change. The truth is, yes, I was living with amnesia, but was there something I could do to change it? No. So I had to come to a point of saying, okay, you know what, I have to accept it and see what's the best that can come out of this. You know, I started looking around. At least I have a family, even if I didn't know who they were, but they were my family. At that point, they were the only ones I had. And when my mind started changing, my thinking, my perspective started changing, I noticed that I became lighter, I became happier. So the feelings of depression went down, the feelings of wanting to end it all went down, you know, and I applied myself more, and I started becoming more creative and proactive, you know, with stuff. But I also credit the fact that my thinking changed to my memory coming back.
Yes.
Because I was no longer fighting. And that's what a lot of us do. We find ourselves in situations that we can't control, but we cannot differentiate. So we find ourselves always fighting. We want to change it, we want to influence it, but you can't. But you can only focus on yourself. So focus on yourself and learn gratitude. I know the funny thing, that's actually my best lesson there, because I think it sums it all up, everything about life.
Yes.
We are very selective when it comes to gratitude. We are only grateful when things are right.
Yes, when things are okay.
Yeah,
when
but I tell people that even when things are not good, be grateful, because there's always something in that situation.
Exactly. There are always lessons to learn from it, and I really, really hope that we can all get to that place of mindset, because it is a mindset.
It is a mindset.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It was beautiful for you to come here and share this with us.
Yeah.
Well, we just danced around a few lessons from it, but this is some book that you should go get. If you don't have to go through anything. There's just so much relatability. You know, there's so many lessons that everyone can relate with, you know, in this book, Rhythms of Resilience. And this is a book by Chris Ozofor-Ekafor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
And well, the show continues shortly, guys. I'd like you to stay with us. We'll be right back.
And our final guest today is Oriyomi Mofoluwake Olude Edgar, a vibrant soul with infectious zest for life, a talent for creativity, and a heart of compassion. Now, she is the executive producer of the much talked about stage play, Kashimao. She's also produced a number of other stage plays. It is great to have you. You are welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, you just informed me that it was World Theatre Day yesterday.
Yes.
Tell me, what is World Theatre Day about?
To remember the stage plays, the actors, and the meaning of having things on stage, theatre live. You know, it's not like something we're recording, but it goes live.
I see that spark in your eyes that I see in many other theatre artisans, as it were. Let's talk about your origins. How did this all start for you?
Well, it all started with the Duke of Shomolu Foundation. We wanted to bring history back into Nigeria.
Okay.
Now, you know, history was taken out for some time.
Yeah, it was.
And now,
surprising.
yes, and now we want to tell our stories, historical stories, prominent Nigerians, past, some still alive, and to inform the youths and some of us who have forgotten where Nigeria did come from, where we're coming from. And so we do these stage plays about people who have impacted Nigeria. Recently, we just finished Awo, commemorating with his birthday, posthumous birthday, in Ikene. And we took about 100 bikers there, and, you know, it was so wonderful.
Wonderful.
The only surviving daughter there, Mrs. Dosumo, she was there and she entertained us, took us around the gallery, the house, where he lived, where he died, everything about him.
Wonderful.
And you could see the people that went for the tour, they were excited about the news. Things they found out about Awolowo that most people didn't know. And so now we're doing Kashimao.
All right. So in some ways, I can call you a custodian of history. How do you feel about that, being somebody who without you, a number of people will not know what has happened or what preceded them?
Yes, it is a great privilege, really. And having to go into research digging deep and seeing things that ordinary eyes do not see.
How do you do this research that you're talking about?
We have our directors. Now we're doing Kashimawo Sunday the 31st and April 1st, and this is done, the research is done by Professor Razak Ojobakari from Ekiti. Now we do help them with funds, and they go into research. We sit down together, go through it, and then we come out with a stage play that is
together.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Did you start as a stage play or yourself? Did you appear in stage play yourself? So where did the zeal and
It came
the
from the
interest for
Duke
it now
himself,
came?
who happens to be my husband.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he studied political science, and he started writing some rants. He writes in This Day, and from Loud Whispers on This Day, there's a column in This Day.
Yeah.
And from there, you know, Bolanle Peter was generous enough to push him that, look, why don't you put this into stage play?
Yeah.
And then we moved from there, and we saw that, you know, there's a gap in history, and then we decided that.
You know, it's
we just
surprising
take
that
history.
you came into it from your husband, but it's now seeming like it's your own, because the verve and the
Yes.
enthusiasm which you carry it is quite admirable. Well done. So, Kashimawo is on Sunday.
Yes.
What is it about? What should people expect when they come to see that play?
It's about MK Abiola.
Okay.
And people will find out whether destiny does have a part to play in one's life. And then the thing about him, his youth, his background, where he came from, what made the man MKO Abiola.
Wonderful.
People will come to see and know one or two things that, you know.
Wonderful. Where can they see this play? Give us more details
It will be
about
done
it.
at Ajay Presiter Hall, Muzon Center, and Lagos Island by TBS Onicom. We have 4 p.m. show and 6 p.m. show each day.
On both days, okay.
On both
All right.
days. And you could get tickets by there.
How does for upcoming, this question is something that people have spoken to me about, people I know who would like to be a part of a theater production. What does it take for somebody to be a part, either as cast or crew? What does it take? What are those, what is the prerequisite? What are those things, those qualities that someone needs to be a part of a theater stage production?
Well, most of the people we work with, they either graduated from a theater arts degree, and some are just enthusiastic and they learn on the job.
On the job, yeah.
And so if you want to be on theater, you have to be a very diligent person, resilient, because there are hours and hours of
That you spend,
rehearsals.
or rehearsals.
And you have to remember virtually everything.
Because this
Like
time there's no
almost
cut.
study the story itself.
Exactly. You're not cutting.
There's no
It's
action, stop, cut. No.
exactly.
It's just straight on.
straight on and all of that. And wonderful. If somebody wanted to be a part of what you do, how does someone become a part of it?
There is audition. You know. We
Okay.
do audition, and the director will check out and give scripts, parts that you have to just come up with, you know, and then they decide if you are good for this part or that part, or dancing. You know, we have dancers too. So.
Exactly. How well, looking at stage and all of that, I know that we are a community of people that appreciate stage. But what do you think is the next step to move on to the next level, if there is, and how do you think that can be achieved?
Well, you see, now we have sponsors that assist us in bringing out these productions. If most, all the sponsors, they can do more,
Yeah.
it will be easy.
It will be easier. Yeah.
And the going out, you know, the economy is not so friendly anymore.
Quite true.
And so it takes time to build this type of platform
Yes.
we have. And the Duke of Shomolu Production, we have a line of people we go to support what we do. And so just keeping up with them, giving them the visibility, that's part of what we do. We have a whole large board with names of people, we acknowledge them, And then, you know, they push for us little by little. And then when we come on air like this, we try to, like, drop some names of people.
Now,
that...
do you think what we do here in Nigeria is at par with what we see around the world? Say like a Broadway or something. You think that we can pull such excellence on stage? You think that we have what it takes?
Yes, we do have what it takes. We just don't have the finance to push.
Because it can be quite big and all of that.
We have beautiful talents in Nigeria. Very strong, talented people. And good spoken people, you know. They are so strong. The kind of rehearsals that goes on behind the scenes to achieve this much, you know. So we can actually achieve anything we set our minds to do. It's just that the environment, you know, we find ourselves can be, you know, not so conducive for us. Yes.
Well, over here we are wishing the Duke of Shomolu Productions the best on Kashimo on Sunday, and of course on Monday, and of course on your future productions. And
yes,
someday,
we do have one coming up.
Okay, someday we would hope that we can do that kind of Broadway that
yes, we're doing. We're going to London May 18th at the famous Shaw Theatre.
Wonderful.
And we're doing Awo, the musical.
Wonderful.
Awo again. I mean, it is so much about him because he is an enigma.
Wonderful.
He's a beautiful leader.
Okay, here's us wishing you the best.
Thank you.
We've got breakfast for you. Hope you don't mind. Are you fasting?
Yeah.
You're fasting? Don't worry, you just come and take a look at it and round up. If you're fasting.
No problem.
All right, let's just head over and just sit down there and you take a look at it. Okay.
Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to the kitchen. Thank you. And this is Chef Olamide. Mayowa, sorry. Dundun Alata. Yes.
Alata.
Dundun Alata. Yes. So she's made for you fried yam with, anyway, she calls it Alata swear. Yes. You're very familiar with it.
You just tell us how it looks like because you're fasting. Okay. So you just tell us how it looks like. Well, you know, just give us your thoughts on how you feel about it.
It's very beautiful, and I think it's something you want to eat. Yes. You know, because it's really attractive.
It's really,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chef. Well done. You've done this quite well, and like we said earlier, wishing you the best. Looking forward to that production and looking at you going to greater heights.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure having you on the show, and of course, to all our other guests on the show today, thank you for being a part of the show. We will see you for our Good Friday episode tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.